guys, we got virtual workout number 48 here today. So again, we have our traditional 3 sections to it. We have our warm-up, our quality work, and we also have our Metcon. So for today, we go ahead and start with our warm-up. This is 4 rounds. We have a special guest star today who's gonna go ahead and demonstrate some of these. So our first movement is 10 dumbbell thrusters. AB, would you mind demonstrating some dumbbell thrusters for us? So this is gonna be 5 on each arm. So remember, on this dumbbell thruster, you're gonna go ahead and have that dumbbell in that front rack position. From here, we wanna initiate this movement with our hips going back first, dropping that hip crease below our knee, driving those knees wide, and then using that momentum to drive that dumbbell up as we come up and out. Beautiful, AB. Thank you, sir. Always good to see you. So we're gonna go ahead and do 10 of those dumbbell thrusters. Again, 5 per arm. Go ahead and knock out 5 on your left arm, 5 on your right arm. After that, we're gonna move into 10 alternating dumbbell snatches. This is gonna be easy count. So on that dumbbell snatch, we're gonna go ahead and straddle this dumbbell, feet shoulder width, toes pointed out slightly. Those hips are gonna drive back. From that ground, you're gonna go ahead and drive that ground away from you, shrugging that shoulder, pulling that elbow high, and then pulling yourself under. Remember, we can switch this dumbbell from our head or below, or we can switch it simply on the ground. So you're gonna go through 4 rounds here. Remember, this isn't a Metcon. You're not trying to race this portion. You're trying to get that heart rate elevated. You're trying to get yourself moving, warmed up, ready to go. So approach this with a nice slow pace for your first few rounds. Maybe pick it up in that 3rd and 4th round. Now, after that, our quality work for today, we're gonna do some pause hover push-ups. So we're gonna go ahead and pause at the bottom, right off of the ground, okay? So we're gonna look for about a 5-second pause there. We're going for 3 sets of 10. So maintaining a nice hollow position here with your core is nice and rigid, elbows tracking close to your body. You're gonna hold yourself off that ground for 3 to 5 seconds before exploding up. Again, 3 sets of 10 here. Increase this tempo as necessary. If that is super easy, make that tempo longer. Hold that pause for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, whatever it might be. Again, this should be difficult. After that, we're moving into dumbbell hamstring curls. So we've done this a few times now. So again, choose a weight that's gonna be difficult for you. You're gonna go ahead and grab this dumbbell between your feet. From there, you're gonna go ahead and go face down here, putting your hands on the ground to support you. One hand of the dumbbell will touch the ground, keeping those feet squeezed together as you pull that dumbbell up to your glutes. You're gonna come down nice and slow with that tempo and back up. Now, the main thing you wanna focus on with this is maintaining that squeeze on that dumbbell. So this is actually gonna get a little adductor work as well as that hamstring or posterior chain work. After that, we're gonna do 5 sets of 1 minute on a hollow body hold. So in this hollow body hold, you're gonna be from a fully extended position. You're gonna pull your shoulders off the ground, making that nice hollow position, followed by pulling your feet up off the ground. Again, maintaining that tight core here, holding that position for 1 minute. Now, after that, we're gonna move into our main Metcon here for today. This is an interval-based Metcon that we're looking for reps. This is a real fun one in the fact that it changes a little bit each time through. So our first 8 minutes, you're gonna do 45 leg lifts. So from the ground, you're gonna lay on the ground, put your hands under your butt slightly. Once those feet come off the ground, you wanna keep them off the ground as you raise them up perpendicular to the ground and back down. You're gonna go ahead and knock out 45 of these. After that, you're gonna do dumbbell shoulder to overhead. So this means you can go any form or fashion. This could be strict press, push, jerk. From that shoulder, you're gonna go ahead and most likely dip those knees, drive up through those toes, pressing that dumbbell up, re-dip under, and stand it up. This is gonna be 45 shoulder to overhead. So this is not calling for a specific alternating each time. You get to choose when you wanna switch. I would try to stay symmetrical and do the same amount of reps on each arm as close as possible. Again, maybe doing 5 on each arm before switching, 10 depending on the weight. Again, this one's up to you. After that, in that 8 minutes, with whatever time is remaining, you are going for a max distance run, so trying to go as far as possible. Once you complete that, you will rest for 3 minutes. Now this version changes up 2 times. So our next 8-minute AMRAP, you're gonna start with a 400-meter run, then you're gonna complete 45 leg lifts, then with the remaining time, you're gonna do the max shoulder to overhead with that dumbbell. Resting again for 3 minutes, again back into another 8-minute AMRAP, 45 shoulder to overhead with those dumbbells, 400-meter run, and then max leg lifts in remaining time. So depending on where your strengths or weaknesses are, this workout has a little bit for everybody. So if you're really good at that core gymnastic type of movement, you get to finish up with those leg lifts, that max leg lift rep. If running's not your jam, that's okay. That's that main portion in that first one. Your score here today is going to be the max reps you get from all the max rep movements, okay? So between that max distance, the max leg lifts, and the max shoulder to overhead. So approach this one with speed. You want that intensity. Now that first portion, you're not going to go ahead and redline super high, probably between 85 and 95% of that max heart rate. And then once you get into that max portion, that's where you're emptying the gas tank, giving it all you got. Go ahead, get those scores posted on TRIIB, get those pictures posted on Facebook, and we'll see you guys here in the box on Monday.